How do you look at this window now in terms of the significance of it because of the results that the team has created to get you here, if you know what I mean?
The whole part is a process. As you said, it's a whirlwind at the start, and it's very different how the start is when you're trying to just put something together, trying to get to know the players, new staff. Everyone's trying to get to know me as well. It's a big change, and that really, October and November, nothing really changed in that period. And then there's a time of reflection between November and March, review, reflect to see what we've done and what we can do better, and that gave us an opportunity to really move forward and think about, okay, what are the next steps now? October, November was so quick. What are the next steps now? Then what do we need in terms of what profiles are we looking for in players? What do we need in terms of planning? How can we really settle into this campaign and be even better in March? And it leads us to this point now where it feels it's around the corner. If I think of where we were in October, this is the scenario you'd love to be in. You're playing at home in Perth. There'll be a parochial crowd, everyone following Australia, wanting us to win, and we know that we can almost put ourselves in a position of being in the World Cup with a win. And if someone offered me that before, when I came in, this process and the way we've developed and improved, I would have taken that. So delighted to be at this point. We've got some planning to do. I'm grateful for the FA allowing this camp to have now in Abu Dhabi. I think these 10 days can really help us look at some boys, help some players get up to speed that had to finish in early May. Before the match, we're doing everything we can as an organisation to be ready, and I feel that support, and I think the players do as well. And then it's up to us come June to really show a great performance and result to take a major step towards automatic qualification.
And a big body of work for you and the staff in going through that process that you mentioned. Under pretty immense pressure and scrutiny in the early part, you must be really proud of those contributions and the way they've navigated what was a challenging start to find yourself in this position.
Yeah, I think the support staff has been excellent, and we have some really good people in the support staff that make my job easier and really play a major part in the preparation and lead up to the camp. And I think that is something that's been ongoing and constantly evolving, and we're always looking at how we can do those parts better, and with the limited time obviously that you have with the group, and the staff's ideas and planning is crucial to that, and we need them to we keep talking about being elite, and I'm very fortunate that I have a staff that's thinking that way every single day on the small details which are crucial when you have a limited time with the group. And we need the players to feel as though the staff, number one, is ready, the planning is right, that we are enjoying and loving what we're doing, and then they can actually have the confidence to show their qualities and embrace the challenge and enjoy the playing style we're trying to build on game day. And this is probably the hardest part, getting ready, and then for me the game day is the joy and the privilege.
And you sort of touched on review, refinement, continually analysing the way that you and the staff do things. Do you feel comfortable with where things are at in terms of the progression of the team and the direction that you're taking them?
Yeah, we do. I think we were confident that we would see signs of that in the March window, and I think that was evident. There are things you can't control. You can't control injuries. That happens, but the way we view that is it's an opportunity for someone else. We're confident that the solutions are there. Players are playing regularly. We've seen players make a debut and really do well, and so we're confident that more players will come through, more players will shine, and the more options we have for the Socceroos, it's better for us as a staff, and gives us a better chance to achieve our goals.
We watched a sort of team goal before that you use that comparison between China at home and China away, and the way that things had shifted from your perspective. Without getting too technical, what are the things, the improvements you've seen that really please you as a coach?
Just understanding the moment of the game, and also the intent of what we are doing. You know, if we're retaining the ball, that there's a purpose for why we're holding on to it, and just identifying, once we break those lines, when is the moment to go quickly and try and score. And I think the players had that balance. They got the balance right against China. It improved from the Indonesia game, and that showed really in the performance and the result. So that's encouraging for us. We have felt, as I said earlier, we have felt the improvement with every game. It's just that, you know, unless there's a result, you sometimes feel as though the improvement isn't as great. But, you know, we certainly felt in November we had improvements, and yeah, I'm glad that the players could get the results that they deserved in March, which puts us in a good position now.
And I mean, you've touched on it a little bit in the build-up to this window in terms of the excitement and the challenge and embracing that. Just talk us through your emotions as we edge closer and closer to not just the pre-camp, but touchdown in Perth and business really coming to the fore.
Yeah, I'm really excited because when we played Japan, I was so proud of the group because we went through some adversity. Obviously, there's a new staff, but we had adversity in getting to the game. You know, you're sitting on a bus for over 2 hours, and then, you know, we had a 7-minute warm-up. And just to see how the players handled that adversity and how calm they were before the game, I already knew, with regardless of the result, that we were on track. And then you see the level of performance and how resolute they were, disciplined, you know, how they really fought for each other. And I remember saying after the game that, you know, when we play Japan next time, I want them to feel an improved Socceroos. And they had a very good Socceroos that night that they played against that really deserved that result. I want them to feel an improved Socceroos come June. So that's the exciting part for me, that I believe we can do that.
I can see and hear that excitement from you, sort of relishing this challenge of the window that's upcoming. How do you manage that with the players and you know, instill that confidence in them and you know, ensure they're ready and prepared for what's going to be you know, particularly at home a big game?
I think the players can see that if we come into camp and the staff is very well prepared in terms of our planning, we give them the confidence to execute that on the pitch in training, and then come match day, they need to feel a sense that we feel that we are ready. And that's up to us to prepare the players. We don't have a lot of training sessions, but it may be video sessions, individual work, that the players can go out and know that they are trusted to execute. And then in a big game, you want players to rise to the challenge, and we keep seeing them rising to the challenges in front of us. Any player that plays that night, you know, should embrace that, the opportunity of beating Japan, and that's what we feel we have. And I want to make sure that the players go out there in Perth ready and confident to execute and get a crucial 3 points.
Last one on that location, Perth, familiar surrounds for you.
Yep.
Somewhere I'm sure you're looking forward to returning.
Yeah, I had a great time there. Yeah, had some great people at Perth Glory. I enjoyed living there with my family. I did play at Optus, which was a wonderful atmosphere. Unfortunately, we lost in a penalty shootout. But I do know and felt the support of everyone there in terms of how much I love football. You know, we turned HBF into a real stadium that, you know, no opposition wanted to come to. The support was there at Optus Stadium, and I know that everyone in WA is really keen and can't wait for us to get there, and I know that their support is crucial and vital to help us get over the line.